Bitcoin was bleeding, and after a tweet from one man, $270 million changed hands in less than an hour. Welcome back to BankSmart Academy, where we teach and show you the latest financial happenings and how you can go navigate them smartly. Something interesting happened recent that made crypto wallets holders smile when they saw the green sign that on the 23rd of March 2026, Bitcoin was sitting at $67,363, and crypto wallet holders were stressed because the market was bleeding because everyone was whispering about the war, oil prices, and inflation. Then Donald Trump posted something, and in under 60 minutes, Bitcoin rose to $71,060. And that's an increase of almost $4,000 in just 1 hour. $270 million in short positions were all gone. And the people on the other side of these trades made life-changing money. I know you might be thinking that how does a tweet move the entire crypto market and flip billions of dollars in minutes? The big question now is, what does this mean for your money right now? Just grab your sit and stay with me, because we're going to break every single piece of this down today. Here's what happened. Over the weekend, the tension between the US and Iran had been raging. Trump had already threatened to bomb Iran's power plants if they didn't reopen the Strait of Hormuz, which is a critical global oil shipping lane. Iran responded by threatening to attack energy infrastructure across the entire Gulf. The market got scared and oil rose to $120 per barrel at some point. Bitcoin had already dropped from about $75,000 in March to below $68,000 by Sunday night. And Trump posted on Monday morning, saying the US and Iran had very good and productive conversations, and that military strikes were being postponed for 5 days. Those 5 words shook the global market. Let me explain what happened psychologically in that moment. The entire market experts and investors were already imagining a worst-case scenario. When Trump tweeted that things might cool down, investors didn't even wait for confirmation or Iran's response. They started investing their money into the market immediately because they believed the worst-case scenario was no longer happening anytime soon. And when big money and big buying happens, prices change very quickly. But here's the twist. Iran's state news agency later released their own statement, denying everything Trump said. Now the market has 2 contradicting stories at the same time, and Bitcoin, which had just increased, might fall by 5% again. Now let's talk about this $270 million liquidation number, because keep saying it's good news, and it may not be good news. Because a liquidation here means losing money without any warning or information. Here's how it works. When Bitcoin was falling, a lot of traders placed L short positions, meaning they placed a bet that Bitcoin would keep going down. Some even borrowed money to make that bet in bigger numbers. But when Trump posted and Bitcoin increased, those bets went the wrong way. The exchanges were automatically liquidated. $270 million was lost in under 60 minutes. BTC short positions alone accounted for about $120 million. Now, if you were just holding Bitcoin without doing anything, you just made more money because your coins increased in value without you doing anything. But what if you were one of those traders who had shorted Bitcoin? You would have just gotten cleaned out by a politician's social media post. And this is why I always say on this channel that leverage trading is not investing, that it's gambling with a timer. The market experts can be wrong, especially in a geopolitical environment like this one. If you had a crypto portfolio that kept dropping from $75,000 down to $67,000, and you got scared and sold some of it, I understand, because the pressure is real, especially when the news headline is about a war. But what happened recently shows exactly why emotional selling during a war or crisis is bad. The people who sold it at $67,000 a few days ago just watched it go back to $71,000. Here's something you need to understand about Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been in a tough spot since late 2025. It hit a record of $126,000 back in October 2025, and then started falling. And by February 2026, it had become $60,000. That's a 50% crash from the top. So the context here is, we're in a recovery phase that keeps getting interrupted by bad news. Because every time the market tries to build momentum, a new headline comes in and just slaps everything back down. The reason Bitcoin is so sensitive to the Iran story is specifically because of oil. Think about what happened that morning when Trump posted that WTI crude oil, which had been at $110, dropped by 16% in one day. Brent crude also dropped by 8%. These are massive, historic single-day moves in the oil market. Now, why does that matter for Bitcoin? Lower oil prices means lower inflation fears. Lower inflation fears mean there may be no increase of interest rates. And when interest rates stay stable, risk assets like crypto become attractive again because money flows back in and prices go up. And for us as Nigerians, this matters even more. Now, before you rush to buy Bitcoin, just slow down. Let's be clear about what this rebound actually means. Technically, Bitcoin jumped to $71,500, but it may have dropped to $68,000 because Iran denied Trump's claims. Their state news agency said there were no productive conversations or any deal what we have right now is a market in between two narratives. One side says the war is cooling and the other says nothing has changed. And until one side is confirmed, the market is going to remain volatile. Here's what the charts are telling us. Bitcoin has been volatile and it's been making higher lows and lower highs. Analysts say Bitcoin needs to close above $75,000 on the daily chart. If that happens, the next target zone would be around $85,000. So right now, we're in the middle of two roads. Now, there are two different scenarios here. The first scenario is the Iran situation cools down within these 5 days, where oil prices stabilize. Inflation fears reduce and Bitcoin closes above $75,000. The second scenario is Iran's denial, where talks will collapse and conflict will increase again. Oil prices would increase and crypto will get hit again. And Bitcoin could go below $67,000. And one knows which of these could happen. So what should you do? Don't try to time it and don't go all in just because the chart looks green today. Also, you don't panic and sell. Make decisions based on your situation and not based on Trump's tweet. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about next. Different types of investors are doing different things in the market right now. Short-term traders are watching oil prices, Trump's tweet, and Iran's news agency. If they're trying to ride these 3 to 5% swings to make quick profits. This is high risk, and one wrong headline can lead to a huge loss. This is not recommended unless you're doing this full-time and you have the experience. Medium-term investors are watching the $68,000 to $75,000 range carefully. If Bitcoin confirms a breakout above $75,000, they will increase their position. And if it falls back below $68,000, they will buy more because they see the volatility as an opportunity and not a threat. Long-term holders. These are the people who bought Bitcoin as a defense against Naira devaluation. They're just watching the news, learning, and doing nothing because they know that in 3 to 5 years, none of this week's noise will matter. For the average Nigerian, you may not be able to afford being a short-term trader because you have a life, a job, or a business to run. What you can do is stop buying crypto with money you may need in the next 12 months. The market is too volatile for that. If you're already holding a coin and you're not in a leveraged position, the worst thing you can do right now is to panic. You survived the crash. So just stay patient and let the recovery work. Watch the $75,700 level. If Bitcoin closes above that on the daily chart over the next 5 days, that's your signal that the bulls are back in control. Diversify your stable holdings. Don't invest 100% in volatile coins. Keep some in USDT or USDC as a buffer, so that if the market crashes again, you will have dry powder to buy at better prices. Now let's recap. Bitcoin went from $67,363 to $71,060 in 60 minutes, all because Donald Trump posted that US-Iran talks were very good and productive. $270 million got liquidated. Oil crashed by 16%, but Iran denied everything, and the market is cooling back down. The reality is crypto is not on Twitter, so whatever is the ceasefire negotiation between the two governments, none of us control that. What we can control is how we respond to it. Here are 3 things you should remember. Firstly, Bitcoin is now a large asset. It reacts to oil prices, war news, and presidential posts. So if you're going to hold it, you need to understand the world and not just the chart. Secondly, volatility is not the same as collapse. A 5% drop in a day doesn't mean Bitcoin is dying. It means the market is reacting to uncertainty. And this is normal. Thirdly, in Nigeria, the real competition is not crypto versus crypto. It's crypto versus Naira devaluation. And for the past 3 to 5 years, Bitcoin has proven to be more stable than the Naira. If this video made you understand how the global market works, hit the like and subscribe. And also turn on the notification bell so you would be the first to know when we drop finance videos like this. The war is not over yet. So stay glued to this channel because we'll be breaking down every major development right here on this channel. Tell me what action you're taking next in the comments, and let's discuss together. See you in the comments. Stay smart and stay informed.